Hello and welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. Today I'm going to be going over guild strategy. What you're going to be have access to if you're a new player, understanding what guilds do, what you're going to have access to, and how you can try to get ahead with your guilds. So we're going to start this video off just by going into the guild tab and giving a brief explanation of all the functions that you're going to be getting if you join a guild. So, but before we even start there, though, I want to emphasize the importance of guilds and making sure that you are in one. Because not only do you get additional benefits, such as going into Asgard, Titan Valley, Sanctuary, Guild War, and Guild Island, but you actually also will get additional resources from being in a guild daily, which specifically you can get prestige points from your guild, right? And that will give you rewards throughout. If you finish these quests, it gives you different rewards on a daily basis. You can't do this if you're not in a guild. And then there is a daily bonus depending on um, how many activity points and Titanite that your guild hits that will allow you to get great enchantment runes, or depending on the Titanite, it will allow you to get summoning spheres here. And you have to hit 7,500 as a guild to get the max bonus. So it will give you a lot of resources to be an active guild. So if you're a new player coming into Hero Wars, or even a medium player, what I would be looking for in a guild is I would try to look for the most active guild there is. The one with the highest activity number, the one with the highest Titanite number. Easy way to do that. I think whenever you go into and try to select a guild, it will show both of those. But you can actually see the rankings here too, guild's activity and guild's Titanite. So for example, if I was going to jump into a guild right now and I was a new player, I would try to find the highest that has an open spot, Sneaky Blinders. This is a gold league guild, and then I would message the GM, who in this case is right here, Chuck, aka Bruce. I would ask, hey, would I be able to join your guild? Now, if you're a brand new player, you're probably not going to be able to get into one of the top ones immediately. That's just usually not going to happen because they are going to be wanting someone who is also strong. But if there is a lower league guild that has a lot of members, maybe a bronze or a silver guild that has a lot of activity, getting a lot of Titanite, then you can try to join that. Now, once you join, you are going to have access to all of these different features. First one is Guild Island. This is where you'd be able to do the dungeon, which is going to be very important to further yourself and get your Titans stronger. Each battle you win gets a certain amount of resources for guild potions, as well as Titanite to get some Titan soul stones and help your guild out. And then you'll be able to also summon Titans right here, which, and I've talked about this on previous videos, I really think Titans are going to become a bigger part of the game. I could easily see them adding another game mode where it's Titans only, or maybe Heroes and Titans, which would be kind of an interesting kind of mix. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I would assume that eventually they are going to add something for Titans, so it's best to try to level them up as much as possible. It will help you also open the ability to upgrade your Titans here under this screen. And the, whenever you upgrade a Titan, you get a specific resource called Sparks of Power. The Sparks of Power can then be used to help your hero upgrades as well. So you can see I have a lot of these max, but not all of them. I'll eventually get there. But you're going to need that. The only way you can get that resource is by upgrading Titans, Titan artifacts, that type of thing. So that's going to be the first thing that you're going to see whenever you get there. Then Asgard is the fights with the guild bosses that will allow you to get Ascension resources. Again, this is going to be powering up your heroes, either individually or as a group. So individually, you have the Ascension Spire, where you can select a hero and upgrade them to as high as you possibly can. Rank 5 is the highest. Or the Great Tree of Wisdom. Once you get enough Eternal Seeds and Ancient Wisdom Crystals, you'll be able to upgrade these as well, which apply to all your heroes. Next up is the Titan Valley. This is where you can get some artifacts for your Titans, where you can get totems for your Titans, upgrade those, upgrade your artifacts here. Always, what I think the main strategy, choose a team that you want to upgrade and then just go all in on that team, whether it be water, earth, fire, light, or dark, and then just go all in there. As well as Tournament of the Elements, which is just a way to get some more Titan resources. And if you're really, really, really good and one of the top players, you'll be able to get a lot of emeralds there as well. And then it opens up the Sanctuary for pets, which it will help your heroes, kind of a hero boost, additional abilities that they'll be able to use, etc. And then lastly, Guild War, which can get you trophies to help upgrade your Titans, or even get some skins in the Guild War shop. Now, I go over that quickly because that's not really the point of this video of explaining what these modes are. The point is the strategy, what you need to be thinking about the guild. So I've already talked about you want to go and find a guild that has the most activity and most Titanite. And what I am about to talk about is probably going to be a little bit controversial. I am of the opinion that you, as a player, if you are continually looking to get better at this game and keep on moving up, that you should be hopping guilds. What does that mean? That means that there are going to be guilds that you're only going to stay in for a time before you go and try to find a better one. You kind of go to the next level once you've gotten there. It's kind of important. So whenever I started my journey, I started in a very low level guild. I was bronze for a while. I then eventually moved up to a silver guild. And then with that silver guild, I tried to recruit a lot of people in so that we could become pretty strong. Eventually, the guild leader left and made me the guild leader because I was recruiting people. We made it to Gold League, and I think we were like top 3 in gold before a lot of people had just decided to leave for the strongest guild on the server. In which case, I actually moved servers and joined the guild that I'm currently in, which is Odin's Ravens, and they're the number 1 on the server. So, I constantly progressed in my guild, and every single time, I'd make sure that the guild that I'm going to is doing more activity, higher in Guild War, higher Clash of Worlds rank, um, more Titanite, all of that stuff. Now, the negatives of this are that it will be, if you're constantly hopping, it's going to be hard to form relationships. And I know a lot of people who are watching want to have a guild that cares about them. They care about, it's a team, you grow together. And I think that is possible at the later stages. Like, for example, for me in Odin's Ravens, I know I could probably go join a guild right here that is going to be top 50, maybe even top 25 um, on on the ranks, right? We have some of these like you can see recruiting. All of these guilds are recruiting. I could probably jump into one of these guilds and get accepted based off of my hero power, my Titan power, how I'm upgrading everything, So I think it is possible, but at some point, I think the gains do become less so. Like if I were to join that, maybe I get a few more Ascension resources here. Maybe I get a few more Clash of Worlds trophies as we go through. We're already getting gold in Guild League every single time and winning every single match. So there's not going to be much there, and that's even if I get to be a part of that. If they have a really good guild, I might be put on the sideline for that, and so not get as many Gold War trophies. Um, but so I feel like unless something happens to this guild, I'm going to be staying in here a while. But if I was in a silver league, if I was in a silver gold or guild, or a bronze guild, I would constantly be trying to figure out how can I upgrade to the next level? How can I get into a silver league guild? Then once I get there, okay, is this better? How can I advance to an even higher silver league guild? If you're doing and you're playing daily and you're looking to continually get better, I think guild hopping is going to be one of the best methods for you to get your resources. So I talked about the negatives in terms of not having a not having a guild that like you're going to meet people and meet friends that you play with. The positives to this are that it's going to help you get stronger faster. Number one, a higher level guild probably means you're going to have more knowledgeable players, so they're going to be able to help you out more. They're going to be able to give you better strategies, tell you what heroes are good against who, if you don't already know that. That's going to be a big positive for newer or medium level players. Second of all, you're going to be getting more resources. More resources meaning these great enchantment runes. These are kind of critical. You want to really max out what your guild gets every day if you possibly can, as well as the Titan summoning spheres. You really want to max those out too. So, getting more resources there. You'll also probably be getting more resources in prestige as well, which if you are in a guild that does pretty high activity, you can start to get some of these prestige trophies at the end. And while none of this is overwhelming, every little bit helps, right? If you're getting, you know, 50 wish crystals, some of these absolute artifacts, and then these potentially even can get you 10,000 emeralds if you're crazy lucky. But like it's good extra stuff. You always want to get more and more stuff. I think my guild is actually pretty high in the prestige rankings. Yeah, we're number 5 overall. This is across every single guild on Facebook. So yeah, pretty solid there. So a little bit more stuff there. They'll be able to help you get more ascension resources in Asgard, which is going to be big. You really want to make sure that you're getting the max there, going to 160 as soon as possible, and getting 10 million. So I always suggest players start to build out heroes that are going to help you get there whenever you start. Right? You really want to focus. Nebula, Sebastian are going to be good for almost any team. Make sure those are part of your main team so that you can grow them and start to get a good team. Isaac is going to be essential. Martha's a good healer. Jew has been kind of taken over by Lara. But if you're brand new, you're not going to be able to have a chance to get Lara yet. Hopefully, that does come out in the future where new players can get Lara and Ninja Turtles. But that will help you get more Ascension materials there. Um, it will also help you get more Clash of World trophies, Silver League trophies, Gold League trophies. And that's going to help you upgrade your totems, which are going to help you to continue to move up in guilds and get stronger and help your guild out more. So those are really important unless you're a big spender and say, I'm just going to spend all the emeralds for these. That's going to really help there. In Sanctuary, if you're in a guild that is pretty solid, you'll probably be able to do level 13 adventures, and those are going to be the best ones to get you the most rewards. So I always advise to try to go for 13s as much as you can. Sometimes you can't, you're going to be only in 12s for a while until you get enough heroes to make 13s possible. But I definitely advise, and I've talked about this before, of always trying to get the most just so you can get more pet potions and everything there. And then lastly, like Clash of Worlds, you'll be able to get more trophies to help for totems. And if you don't even want that and don't really care about light or dark, you can still go to the shop and get some stuff for your heroes, whether it's legendary gift of dominions or soul stones, whatever have you. So, yeah, I know a lot of people probably don't think of that as a strategy of constantly trying to get to the next guild that's going to build you up. But I heavily advise that. That's what I did. I think it really helped me get more knowledgeable. I think it really helped me get more resources than I normally would have. If you're already in a Gold League guild that has good activity and good Titanite, and you're maxing those out, and you like where you're at, feel free. You probably don't need to change, even if you're getting 4th or 5th, even 6th. If you are in a Silver League guild, a Bronze League guild, or even a qualifying league guild, like I would continually try to move up as much as you possibly can. Most of the time, there's going to be spots in Gold League guilds. Most of the time, if you can prove that you're going to be an active player, they're going to probably give you a chance as long as you are already at level 130 and they can see you grow. And make your case, message the GM and say, hey, I know I'm low level. Here's what I'm trying to do in the game. If someone messaged me and said that and I had an open spot, I would absolutely allow them to join my guild if I saw that they were going to put in the work to try to get better. So that's my take. Go ahead, Um, Try to do the guild hopping so that you can get more stuff so that you can become stronger. That's kind of the point of this game. The better and stronger you get, the more opportunities you're going to have in the future. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you agree, if you disagree, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Happy to have a discussion on this. Otherwise, look forward to talking to you soon.